As urban sprawl continues to swell, issues such as stormwater runoff, pollution, and the heat island effect are becoming exacerbated. Roofs of buildings account for a substantial percentage of a city's impervious surfaces, contributing to the amplification of these issues. A great solution to these urban problems are green roof technologies. There are two forms of green roofs that are typically used in cities to mitigate these effects: intensive and extensive. Green infrastructure technology is the future in sustainable communities and city development. Extensive green roofs are generally more common than intensive roofs. They consist of shallow soil with low-lying spreading plants and succulents. Plants most commonly found on an extensive roof are varieties of grasses, moss, herbs, and flowering herbaceous plants. These plants are great for an extensive roof because they require little maintenance and no permanent irrigation systems due to their resilient nature. Extensive green roofing systems consist of little to no impermeable surface area. They are able to absorb up to 50 to 60% of all runoff depending on the soil medium and vegetation variety, making them ideal for stormwater management. These roofing systems are ideal for residential or small scale buildings. They are favored more for their operational purpose as opposed to aesthetic reasons. Intensive green roofs, unlike extensive, enable interactions and engagements between people and vegetation. These systems are generally favored by more commercial buildings for their aesthetic value. While installation and maintenance proves to be more expensive than an extensive system, this type of green roof can add greater value to the building it is installed on. Intensive systems may comprise of rooftop gardens, terraces, or parks in either urban or suburban neighborhoods. There is more variety in the vegetation that can be used for intensive systems compared to extensive. These roofs can support not only ground covers and grasses, but trees and shrubs. These plants must be planted at a soil depth of 6 inches or more, inviting more botanical opportunities and creating greater biodiversity. However, with a heavier roof, structural support is key. Loads can range from 35 to 80 pounds per square foot and up to 150 pounds when watered. A third option is a semi-intensive green roof, a much simpler alternative to intensive roofs. These allow for a similar garden effect like that of intensive systems, but require much less maintenance like the extensive systems. All three types of green roofs have their benefits. In analyzing how it shapes the environment, economy, and society, green roofs can reduce pollution, the heat island effect, and energy consumption. They can add value to real estate, save money over time, and beautify the urban landscape, among other things. Green roofs are very accessible and available. They can be costly depending on the type of system chosen. However, the initial costs tend to be greatly outweighed by the amount saved on heating costs and typical roof maintenance costs. Installation is simple and convenient, with available contractors and companies who can service any building, residential, commercial, or municipal. A structural engineer will come and assess the weight and permeability of the roof, and then an installation team would implement the appropriate green roof type suited for that building. As our built environment becomes increasingly larger, the area of impervious surfaces also increases. Some of the consequential issues that arise from increasing urbanization can be mitigated by the implementation of green roofs. Whether the decision to implement a living roof is for merely economic or aesthetic reasons, there is a viable option no matter what your preference. Extensive roofing systems are ideal for purely economic and environmental benefits, whilst intensive green roofs encourage the connection between humans and nature by enabling interaction. It takes a maximum of 50 years for the savings to reach the initial investment of green roofs on large city buildings. As long as green roof owners maintain their vegetation, the benefits will always outweigh the initial cost. Not only are these systems accessible, but they also satisfy the 3 E's of sustainability.